My name is Gerald Kurten, and I work in stained glass, but now primarily in fused glass. And I've been the president of the San Marcos Art League for about 2.5 years now. My art is primarily focused on just, there's no big message to it or anything. It's just my appreciation for nature. I really enjoy working in glass, but I think the most important thing to me is its benefit to my mental health. For about 25 years, I worked for Parks and Wildlife in fish hatcheries as a program director, and it was a very rewarding experience, a very rewarding job. But it was also quite challenging. So I was always bringing the job home in my mind. And then I began to work in stained glass, and I noticed that it just was sort of a release from all that stress and pressure. It allowed me to focus visually and, work with my hands and kind of leave all that stuff behind. I stopped doing art for about a couple of years when my wife got sick with Lou Gehrig's disease. After 2 years of taking care of her and just being totally focused on, her health and her well-being, when it was all over, I was just sort of like devastated, of course, depressed a little bit, overwhelmed. And then it's like, what do you do now? You're left at that point in your life where do you go from here? So, getting back into art gave me sort of a mission and a focus and something to do. For me, my art is not just, my appreciation for nature and the joy I get out of making glass, but it's been a real benefit for my mind and my heart. Art really has the potential to build community, so it's good for community health and community well-being. And I also think it doesn't hurt to make a little bit of money. And arts and culture have a real potential to be an economic driver in a community. It's something we need, and in San Marcos is, that place for people to go and be a part of something, and, to be able to provide an opportunity for artists to get their work out there and, make a little income off of it. I'm really grateful to the board of the San Marcos Art League. All these folks that donate their time and talent and energy. We work very well together. I think, we all have the same ideals and the same goals. But I'm also very proud that we've been able to sustain the San Marcos Art Center. We're going into our 3rd year. It's an incredible opportunity for our artists in the community to get their work out there and get it seen and, have a good time doing it. The art market, if you look at the numbers, at times we bring $20,000 per event into the hands of local artists. So it's a really nice mechanism to support them. And it's just a lot of fun getting out there and meeting people and talking to people and getting to know the folks in the community and our visitors and things like that. For 2022, I'm very optimistic that we're going to be able to continue all of our programs. The Art Center is funded through the end of December of next year, thanks to the confidence and faith put in us by the San Marcos Arts Commission. They've provided a lot of funding to make sure that Art Squared continues, that the Art Center continues. Their confidence in us is it's going to be a challenge to meet all the requirements of those grants and things like that. But I'm really grateful that the city of San Marcos has provided us the support that we need to go forward. I think it's critically important at this time, since we're experiencing COVID. It's had economic impacts. It's certainly had impacts on artists and local families. It's been a very tough time. I think we're going to have to make sure that we are advocates. Each of us are advocates for the arts in San Marcos, and that we share that vision of what we've accomplished and what we hope to accomplish in the future. I think we need to talk to our politicians, government members, build stronger relationships with other community organizations, so that we can advocate more effectively, ask those important questions of our community about what we can do to bring arts as a central focus point. You know, some of the most successful communities, business-wise and cultural-wise, are those that can really bring the community together and work collectively and collaboratively to achieve that vision. So that's what we have to do, is advocate for that and focus on that vision for our collective future.